5 emote slots for followers. That's not even for subs, that's for followers. And then they gave me some free ones to use. And I can't see it. I have one followers. I have another. Cause of death, let's switch over here. And we will add our music that is provided to us by Base Rebels. As you can see, here is the chapter here. I have loose leaf. I do some of my edits not on the paper. It depends on what I need to do. But we'll get to that as we get going here. As you can see, I did start editing this. I actually edited it at work last night on my lunch break. So I do have some of it started. But there is a lot to this chapter and I run through it twice. So we will have some time on our hands here just for this one chapter. We are only going to be working on this one chapter today and I'm not going to do the inputs on stream. I later input this into my computer, but I will show that another day. I have the prologue in chapter 1 to actually input as I speak, so that's why I don't want to input this in. Still have to input the other two. But I got my coffee. I actually was ambitious and did makeup today, so you know, there's always that. I'm just waiting a few minutes to give people a chance to join us, and then I'll get started. Also, some housekeeping rules. I have to say this every time I stream this format or this type of stream, if I do an editing stream or anything book related. This is copyrighted material. I do own the rights to this book. I am sharing this experience with you guys because a lot of y'all have asked to or asked about my process, and I said, you know what? Let's stream it. I can't stream everything because then you guys are going to want to buy the book and read it. But I will stream a good chunk of change of it. I will even upload some of these streams to YouTube as part of the art list. But again, I say this is my own work. This will be a published work. I have the legal rights, and I don't say this to be mean, so please don't take it in that sense. But I do have the legal right to come after you if I find out that you have stolen this work. I am taking a huge risk to do this, but I have been asked to share the process because a lot of people have been wanting to get into Mike's here. Get into editing and writing, so I'm very okay with teaching, and this is how I'm going to teach it with using my own work. So, didn't you just subscribe like 2 weeks ago, sir? Not that I'm not appreciative, because goddamn I am. But, sir, didn't you just subscribe? I have a silly cobra that says you did. We are opening a card pack today, guys. And hey, we have both cameras working today for this too. Last time I opened card packs, didn't work. But hi, kitty. I see you. I saw your tail. I don't know. It gave me things there. Whatever. It works. It's valid. You get a pack. So let's start with that. Before we start the editing, let's start with a card pack. So I'm gonna move these to the side for a moment. Mike, Digimon or Pokemans? And I need a sleeve just in case. Primary Rainbow, hello, welcome to the stream. We've just had our first sub of the day, so we are opening a pack of either Digimon trading card game or a Pokemon trading card game, Chilling Reign. I'm actually running low on Pokemon. I gotta get up to my card shop and have them give me some cards. So we have one these left, and then we have a crap ton of Digimon left. No one ever picks Digimon. I actually might open up a couple of these on stream today, throughout the stream. Because I really am anxious about this set. But I've been behaving. Alright. Mike says Pokemon. Pick a Pokemon. Yes, I'm saying it Pokemon on purpose. I know. What is Digimon? Where are my Digimon cards? Because I did open one pack. Because I wanted to see. Here they are. So these are the Digimon cards. The artwork is amazing on these cards, and I'm learning how to play this card game. It's kind of like Magic, where you have color types. Like this is a red type, so this you would use this card in a red deck. I think there's red, purple, blue. No, there's 5. There's red, purple, blue, green, and yellow. And you would use these cards to build decks with. Oh, that's the card list. This was just the regular rare of the pack. He's a trader named Taiga. You find him in the video games. You don't find him in the main series game, but I love the artwork on them. Alright, Pokemon. Actually, I'm gonna put you back in the books. And we also have a crap ton of code cards here from ETBs and stuff that I've opened on the channel that I need to pop into the trading card game and open there too one of these days. And if I pull a high value card, aka a secret rare or better, or I mean ultra rare or better, there's a gift sub that goes into the community. You know what? I'm gonna do Moltres because he's the last one of those, so let's do Moltres today. Put these aside. Unless we get another sub later, and then we pull them back out again. Alright, I got my sleeve ready in case. Actually, I should get 2, because there is a chance I can get a double whammy. I keep all my cards in my Shining Fates ETB that I won. This whole box is almost full now. I need to sleeve them up. Alright, here we go. Must be one of the Wally World packs because the seal on it is kind of fudge up. Alright, here we go. Alright, keep my code card, put my code card over there. So keep my code cards. Let's do the card trick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is our rare. So we got Metal Energy. Old Cemetery. Actually, hold on. I like the art on this card. Whenever any player attaches an energy card from their hand to one of their non-psychic type Pokemon, put 2 damage counters onto that Pokemon. That is broken! Open that to the side. Single Strike Raboot. Agatha. Move 3 damage counters from your active to your opponent's active. That's also cool. Teleport! Ooh, Larvesta. Marbeep. Heracross. Clobbopus. Reverse Royal Inkay, and non-holo Surfetched. Unfortunately, no gift subs from this pack. But wait, thank you for the sub. Sometimes we do strike out. These guys go back in the box. It is your dude Surfetched, actually. Hold up. Hold up. I think I pulled Farfetch too, didn't I? This is mix between Shining Fates, Vivid Voltage, and Chilling Rain. These cards in here. What? Yep, I did. There we go. Streaming? You want me to take the trash out, don't you? I'll be right back. I told her I'd be on in a second. She went up and did it, so okay. Alright, so I'll leave those sleeves aside just in case we do get another sub. Also, I'm surprised that the sub was still on mic because I changed it to be something else and I still didn't hear it, but I saw it on the screen, so. Anyway. Alright, so let's get the chapter back out. So now we can start editing the chapter. So as you see, like I said before, I did start editing the chapter beforehand. So I work on these at work. Yeah, Tepic Day on... Is it a Saturday Tepic Day? Damn. Yeah, because next week is Go Fest. I think next week. If it's not next week, it's the week after Let's Go Fest. But I got that weekend off, so. This is gonna try to stream Go Fest. Doesn't know if it's gonna work, but she's gonna try. Alright, so I did this page. We'll come back to it later though. '17th and 18th is the fest. Okay, I have that weekend off. I was supposed to be in Canada, but you know, border didn't reopen like they said it was going to the point where I'm allowed over. As of this moment, I technically can go to Canada to see my family if my dad goes before a judge and petitions my acceptance. I'm like, as much as I would love to visit them because I haven't seen them in over 2 years, that's not worth to go in front of a judge and get a petition. What did you do now? I'll be back. I didn't mean it this time. Alright, here we go. Crockpot never got plugged in. So, anyway. My camera that I'm using for this will not reach to the other side of this, so unfortunately my arm might get in the way. But, so pretty much what I do is I read through this twice now. Kitty! And once later, after I finish the entire thing, I'll then put it into a book format and then read it again. But, so I just go through and read it through. My computer's acting like it's in tablet mode. Oof. All in once. And then, so what I'm doing is I'm looking for any plot holes, I'm looking for noticeable spelling mistakes. Alright, Mike, I'll see you in a few. Misnamed characters, because as the story was written, I changed the names of characters over time, or characters didn't have a name yet, so there's just blank spaces where I got fill in the names. So you might see lines like, I'll write it up on the top here. So you might see a line where it says, this do re mi. Something like that. And then I would have to I'm gonna throw Mike under the bus. And just toss his name up in there. And what I like about these pens specifically is that they're friction based. So they are permanent ink, but they react to heat. So there's no eraser shavings all over my desk. But they're a dark enough color that I can erase it and still see it. But when I write on this paper, I usually switch over to a regular ballpoint pen. For some reason, this thicker paper, this is reinforced paper, and for some reason, these pens don't like this paper for some reason. I don't know, it's because the pen itself can't get a decent grip on it. So then I just use a regular ballpoint pen on that. But I didn't grab my whiteout either. Oh well, I'm sure I'm not gonna need it. So that's what I'm doing. I believe I was on this paragraph right here. Yes, I was, because I see my little work. Kitty! She is not happy that I am streaming right now. So, yeah. So that's what I'm looking for when I read through this. Looking for plot holes, if there's anything that I need to fix, like if something happens down the line that I didn't know about at this point because I haven't read it yet. I need to fix it at this point. So I have on a different screen over here, my other monitor, my story outline. I try to follow that outline to a T as I write, but as I get new ideas and stuff like that, of course it's going to change anyway, which is where the plot holes happen. So I'll fix that as I go, and then that's what these papers are for. It's for changes that won't fit in the little crevices of these lines. Like, I'm not going to sit here and rewrite this entire paragraph in this corner, or even on the back. So, that's what the side paper's for. Like, Otto is back. All in one just needed a restart. I think I might play some Magic after we're done editing this later today. See if I can finish up that challenge so I can actually play some real games with you guys. Or I can do Pokemon. I should actually see if because I'm sure the Pokemon trading card game has updates. Probably shouldn't do it while I'm streaming, but... Alright, so... Once the and then reopened the park, they went to investigate the area, but with the park being closed for so long. See that already. Cannot connect the server. What? Apparently the Pokemon current card game does not want to work at all. Alright. Magic it is. A month passed since Fuji died, and the three kids met every day after school, researching all the books the school and sometimes the library had to offer them. Yet none of them had a single breakthrough. Once the police finally reopened the park, kids went to investigate the area, but with the park being closed for so long, to pay respects, the weather washed away anything police didn't have to find and left the search completely useless. They had to figure out how to clear his name the old-fashioned way. However, with them being kids, no one would willingly give them any information to start with, so they didn't have any way to prove their case. People would examine his cause of death. This reminds me of the Gummy Bear song. Let's see. So, I don't like the way this was flowing, so this definitely needs a change. Let's see. So I definitely want to change that. Because I don't like the way that flows. So... Oh, you got conquered? Oh yeah, that's free today. Where would I go? Since you're here, Mike. So I can get the ball rolling on that. Where would I go to get Game Pass on my PC? Because I might try Game Pass on PC. Especially because it runs through the window browser now. Which means I should be able to use it on Derptop. Without Derptop freaking out. Oh wait, we can also play Halo, because I got Halo installed now. See, I have an Xbox app on my PC, but it says that it doesn't, like... I'm not a valid Xbox person or something. I'm like... Eh. Fair. I haven't owned an Xbox since the 360. Fair. And for the longest time, I didn't even own my 360. My sister had it. I just got my 360 back. Because she moved, so she's like, I can't take it with me. So I was like, okay, I'll take it back, I guess. But it's going into the closet. Either at their public library or school library. And 3 Skyward. Any of the books. Online papers. The resources. The libraries had offer. Yet none of them managed to find a breakthrough. Where the people in the office are as heavy for it is not wrong because they don't give the fucks. I mean, so I take it you're back home. I'm dying on my coffee. This is a problem. Right on the desert. Bang bang, the chair's good. Oh. Generator brother can't work. Fair enough. It's been pouring here since yesterday. found in. Yeah. And that's gonna happen a lot now because it's like we had that May shower, spring, April shower, spring, May flowers thing like 2 months too late. After the police finally reopened the park, his body was found in. Excuse me. Tried to do their own investigation. Body was found. Because the park was closed. Ooh, sounds like Lily's being a bum. Destroyed anything they can find themselves. I think this is one of my favorite songs on this list. I'm assuming you mean part of the world, and if that's the case, there is an ad that sits there for, I think, like, Skillshare or something like that, or not Skillshare, Squarespace, that sits there and literally have 3 different actors sing part of your world, and I'm just like... As much as I love The Little Mermaid, and y'all know that I love The Little Mermaid, I'm just like, every 5 minutes, up where they walk, up where they run. I'm like, yeah, that's probably why. It's probably that ad playing. It plays everywhere. Usually in like every YouTube video, I hear that fucking song playing, but it's like, skip ad. And I feel bad because I try not to skip ads on YouTube videos because I know a lot of them eat that ads for the ad revenue for their video, but I'm just like, no, click. That's honestly the reason why I stopped running ads on my channel for non-subs. So every time I used to take a break, I used to run ads, and I'm just like, you know, I'm just gonna stick with subs and bits and blurbs for my revenue. And my PayPal link, if you figure out how to do it, because I'm not telling you how to do it, but I hooked it up, so. If you guys figure it out, that's on you, because then you're gonna want to figure it out. I'm not telling you how to figure it out. I'm just gonna tell you that it's there. Good luck. Happy Hunger Games. And that's literally how I'm gonna make any annual revenue on Twitch. But, so, eh. I don't even do it myself no more. Alright, I've read like 500 different books and I still have nothing. Please tell me when if you found something. Nothing in these damn books either. I can only think of one other option, but I think it may be impossible. So I was looking through all these books without a single last lead, so shoot. Oh, I hate the way. So I was looking through all these books without a single lead, so shoot. We'd have to get a hold of Fuji's case file. Case file? I think the forensic scientist was something. Lo and Bubble was in Sister's room and every one of the dog wants me to play something else. Hey, Meg, you wanna play Hannah? What? You gonna play some Fortnite? You gonna play some Hannah? I don't know. If my vision is anything... It's not vision, it's an omen. My omen is anything to go by, then they have to have missed something. For all 1 + 1 = 2, not fish. There has to be something there that would... Dead end pinning. Do not disturb, and anyone that tries to fight me or anything, I'm deleting them. Ooh, I can't face it. There must be something there that would have possibly dragged. There has to be something there that would have pointed them. Oh, I already have them over here. I'll get rid of it. Or pointing them towards. Just what that something is stumps me. Oof. Just what that something is what stumps me. Is what stumps me. Well, from what little the police told Kazan and Oto-san, it was a cut and dry case. They found his body in the middle of the bush, backed out. Middle of the bush, back down. person who found him. Oh, Mike, check your emotes. There should be a surprise in there. There should be an extra emote. I don't know if it's actually there because I don't see it, which is weird. But apparently, I have 5 follower emote slots, which I wasn't aware I was getting. I thought I was getting 1 follower emote slot, but Twitch gave me 5, so I threw 1 in there just to see if it worked. That they provided, until I could figure out what kind of follower slots I want. But followers apparently get emotes now, which is awesome. Well, let me know if it's actually there, because I'm curious. The hell? Apparently I don't know the song like how well I did. I want to finish a comment. Gotta quit not finishing games before I start a new one. Stop attacking me, okay? Claire's that Persona Royal. I was attacking myself. But I'm guilty of it too, okay? At least I finished Resident Evil Village. I actually have Octopath now too. I haven't touched it myself. I still have to finish Royal. I gotta do. I have a Octopath Traveler. I have Persona 4 Golden I want to play. I got Nexomon I want to play, which is like a Pokemon game. I have a mystery game that's live. It's a live action mystery game called 458 Shibuya. I want to play. What are you doing? What are you doing? Kitty. Don't make me get you on screen. There's a crap ton of games. I still also want to finish Death End Request, but I'm stuck in that game because where it wants me to go and what I'm trying to do is apparently bugged, which makes no sense to me. But I'm actually watching a guide on that game to try to get to the next area, and I'm like, so I can't even finish that game. Yes, you have to finish Evil Within 2. First one and the second one. Hi, kitty. Hi. You really want to come up here, huh? Come on. Come on. Come say hi to stream. Come be a distraction, because, you know, that's what we're here for. Ugh. This is not what I intended, Ma. Too bad. You're here now. Hi. Say hi, Nana. She's like, fine, I guess I'll stay here. Say hi, pretty girl. Mike says, hi, kitty. Alright. You ready to go back to your bed now? You had your snuggle? Huh? Will she run to her bed? No? Where you going? Go bed. What do you mean, no? No? You gonna lay right there? Yes, that's where Grandma turned around, sat there, and decided to spray you with catnip. Now my bed smells like catnip. So in the middle of the effing night, she smells the catnip and then goes crazy and attacks my foot, and it wakes me up in the middle of the night because she destroyed my foot. I never ran into my mom's room, woke her up, and yelled at her in the middle of the night like that. And she's like, "What are you yelling at me before?" I'm like, "Cause you sprayed my catnip spray on my bed." So now she smells it in the middle of the night and destroys me. Nah. It actually reminded me I had to feed my kitty. Feed your kitty! Residue on his hands. Here comes the spamming and I used to want to play Fortnite, want to play Fortnite, want to play COD. Speaking of COD, apparently I get I get COD 4 Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for free this month on PlayStation Plus, so I think that's the one you said was crossplay, right? So I mean, I still like that you want to play for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is going to be free for PlayStation Plus members this month. Oh, you don't have 4. I tried. Oh, it's Cold War they have. Damn it. When you think you're actually getting somewhere in life. Damn. Piece of the puzzle that's missing. There won't be a note. Mr. and Mrs. Takahata couldn't get anything else. I also haven't asked. Hasn't been a wreck since his funeral. They just came back a few days ago since... Oh! That's a major problem right there, actually. That is a huge problem. Loda, what did you do? There was no funeral for them to have because their body wasn't released yet. So they could. Alright, let's not say funeral then, because we can change this to memorial. Because Fuchi does have family in Japan. But the investigators still have his body at this point. Because they didn't do the autopsy yet. So this is going to be number 3. So this is why I edit, because if I didn't edit this and just publish it as it is now, how am I gonna have a body that hasn't even been autopsied yet and yet been buried in Japan? It's the other side of the fucking world. Duh. I honestly haven't. been in Japan. Family and friends back in Shinjuku. Not a hero. Since I'm 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 not a hero. People won't say it, but I think you have to talk to them. Convince them to try to get that file. To do what with it, Car? Even if they could get the file, they wouldn't want to stick their noses into it. Well, do you think you could convince them to take it to some private investigator or something? Maybe we can piggyback off whatever they find out. Since I'm not a hero. Part of me doubts that. Cause I don't know some want answers. But it's been so long and all the evidence that they've been told apparently screams it off the top of Mount Everest. That the only other people who think otherwise are us. Kazan's being brave because that's the kind of person she is. But Atsusan says that when she's alone, all bets go out the window and she's been struggling to keep herself together. She's even thinking of having her go see therapists like my parents are. And a good PI into that mix doesn't seem like it would help matters at this point. Your pro-con is already drifting? What? Even my pro-con doesn't drift. What? What Tricon Pro Controller do you even have? That sounds weird. Eh. The only people who think otherwise are us. That Mario one? The Hore Mario one? From Power A. Oh. That's probably why. Find one from Hori. Hori are really good. But I actually might know a way to fix that. It's not guaranteed, but I might know a way to fix that. Actually, I don't even know where my Pro Controller is now that I'm thinking about it. I haven't touched my Switch in so long. I think the last time I played my Switch was at my sister's house. We played Animal Crossing for all of 5 minutes. I'm thinking of adding a Animal Crossing avatar into my emotes, like the one I made for Char. So I'm like having my sister find me different outfits in Animal Crossing because she actively plays. I'm like, find me some good outfits in Animal Crossing that I can use for an avatar thing. That sounds brave, because that's the person she is. But autism said when she's alone, she's been struggling to keep herself together. She's even thinking of having her go see a therapist. Maybe. Adding a PI to the mix doesn't seem like what matters at this point. I suppose that's true. I can't imagine what she's going through. Apparently losing a child is a pain that no one should have to go through, especially for someone else to do it in such a foreign place. Not the American dream people think of when they come here. It's more of the American nightmare. Especially when the only reason they came here was for Mr. Takahata's job. Well, if we can't get the case filed, I don't think there's nothing more that we can do. If we go with this murder aspect, we don't have any idea on what evidence is out there because the authorities took their sweet ass time. We didn't find anything there either. And now someone's knocking on my door. Hey, Penny? 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 We don't have any idea. It's out there because the authorities took their sweet ass time opening the park back up. So we couldn't find anything there either. Fuji never had enemies, so we can't exploit that. And no one we know would have wanted him dead either. You've helped the police before. You solved unsolvable cases with your omens. Can't you just talk to them and get them to reconsider? That was the first thing I did. Paige chuckled with frustration. You know what they told me? Thanks for the help before, but one thing you have to learn in life is that while you have extraordinary psychic abilities, you're going to have to accept that your premonitions are going to be wrong at some point. It's cut and dry, and I know you're probably friends with them, but just go home. Have you ever been wrong before? Nope. Not since I started having them when I was 6 years old. You can escape. Not you guys, as in them, so. Our classmates gave me the nickname of Death Omen for a reason. Trust me, I wish I was wrong, because I saw and felt how afraid Fuji was. I've seen hundreds of visions. Oops. Omens. And they always come true. Why would they be wrong now? Where would I start? Why would I be wrong now? Well, if we do manage to figure out a way to prove it, you can at least throw it back in their faces. Brad, your girlfriend is devious. I'm starting to like her. Maybe we can get you one. Maybe we can get you out of those black outfits you always wear, making it to the woman I know you can be. I said starting to, Carter. Don't push it. Not everyone's a fashionista. Eh. Carter's Juco deconfirmed. I can't blame the girl for trying. I did try to warn her, Paige, I swear. I left as he gathered his stuff into his bag. I had to head out. I promise I'd help cut. I know because arrange. Food service. Do holding care. Think about asking? Yeah, I'll think about it. Leave me and my 4 in the morning memes alone, okay? No. Would you believe me if I told you I actually went back to sleep after that 4 in the morning meme and slept until 9:30? I'm like, damn. My alarm for my inhalers will woke me up this morning, otherwise I probably would have kept sleeping. I'm like, alright. You know that made most of the truth, though. Bride arrived at Mr. and Mrs. Takahata's house shortly after leaving school. Quite a cool house. I gathered vegetables from her garden and planted new flowers in the corner as well. Bride noticed some of the packaging next to her knees and saw that she was planting new Nemophilias, which were Fuji's favorite flower, one of the few that were able to grow in their climate. Being that's the reason I wear heels come second. But here's the thing. You don't hate your job. Or your current job. I hate my current job. I want out of my current company. Like, I can't say what they're doing on stream. And I technically can't say what they're doing in general, but let's just say they're being so freaking shady, it's pathetic that I don't even want to work for them anymore, like, at all. But if it wasn't for my area being so rural, I pretty much have no choice but to work for them, which is sad. Because everything else that's around here is pretty much seasonal work right now. Because of the pandemic and everything like that, so they can't do what they would like to do. And I'm like, I'm hoping that because all the restrictions got lifted here, and I mean all of them, like we're fully reopened, we're fully normal now, especially if you're vaccinated, that hopefully I'll be able to find something new soon, but as of right now, it's not on the table, so I can't. And it makes me so upset. I even honestly put in some applications to some different companies, like remote work, but I highly doubt nothing's gonna come out of that either. To be 1,000% honest, nothing's gonna come out of that, so. Until then, there I sit. Anyway. If I were one of the few that are able to grow in their climate. Well, he knew Koriko was taking it hard. He was proud of the little things she was doing to keep his memory alive around the house. Some would question her actions, but for him, he couldn't tell her to move on because he himself couldn't, which is why he was working so hard to clear his name and bring this killer to justice. My son's love is beautiful. I didn't hear you come up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. No harm, just daydreaming. Same as always, school's school and it's boring and God's like, can't wait to graduate, but I don't care about it right now. I just want to make sure you what's the song and everyone's make sure everyone is okay. I'm gonna change this to everyone. And our family are okay. Well, lie, it's hard. Let the sun have returned to work and Fuji's been handled back home. Just trying to stay floating. I'm always here to help. I'm not going anywhere. I know how you feel the same way. I know there are a few kids at school who don't believe the police say. They think they've been murdered. They're looking for a killer. Huh? Really? Oh, my boy was truly blessed with good friends here in the States. She said this to her. I honestly didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to make you upset. Yukikoto wa wasuranade kudasai. Remember the good, never the bad. Yes, Fuji's my son. Yes, I wish he was still here. Him being gone hurts so bad I don't know how I make it through this. Some days. Demo, he won't ever come back. Kami someone said it was time for Fuji to come home. I'll never forgive him for taking my boy, but at the same time, I know he was taken for a reason, so I just have to keep remembering that saying. I'm sorry, Kazan, but if you could know who did this. Wouldn't you want to know? Fuji wasn't murdered. It's painful as me to say it. He wasn't. Never said so. Screw the evidence. Pressure swirled in a nearby pot. We know he was killed. Someone did this to my brother, to your son. Someone was so freaking crafty, they're getting away with murder. Why don't you want to bring that man to justice? For Fuji's sake. Brett. Shocking Brett out of his rage, looked at the second father with disappointment. With his actions, Wakoriko cried on the ground. Come with me. Otasan, It's okay. Just come. Oh God, what did you do? I have to look. What did he do? Oh, he got his Far Cry 5. There. He got Far Cry 5 on PC. Apparently it went on sale on Steam. It was a fun game. I enjoyed Far Cry 5. Especially the first Far Cry I played. I enjoyed it. Highly recommend. Alright. As he wrapped an arm around Brad's shoulders, he hung his head down in shame as Hibiki walked him through the house and onto the back deck. Brad ducked his head from under Hibiki's grip and sat down in one of the reclining chairs. He put his arm over. That's the game that kicked off my channel. Hey! Hide himself from the disgusted and disappointed look he was sure Hibiki was giving him. The look he wanted to give himself for treating Cortico the way he did. The thought of what he did made his stomach flip so hard that he thought it would turn to stone inside his body, turn his guts into strawberry jello. Revisit this. Because I don't know if I want to change that, but at the same time I want to change that. Revisit. The tears he felt he didn't deserve to cry. Rolled. Down his face as he tried to hide him from Hibiki. Still couldn't bring himself to look at the man in the eye. I know this whole thing has been easy for you, just like it's not easy for Cortico and myself. Fuji was your brother just as much as he was my son. But what were you talking to her about? About Fuji's killer? Has Fuji ever spoken to you about a girl? Talked about a girl that attends our school. That's named Paige. Paige? No, I don't think he did. Was she a girl he liked or something? He asked, which caused a small smirk to show itself on his face. No, I'm pretty sure that thought never crossed his mind when it came to Paige. She's a psychic, a credible one that has these premonitions that have never been wrong since she started having them. She's even predicted the large earthquake of years ago. You have 100% of Far Cry 5? I don't think I did, but I came pretty close. I walked away, and I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. Now the you are dragging me down. Now let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, and it's right out loud. Break the limits. Sorry, I like this song. Okay. If I walked away from ready now, ready now, ready now. Up, here comes Ghost. Don't worry, my stream has not restarted. This is the song that I got my stream opening from, so. Wow, I couldn't write for a minute. She even worked with the police. In the past. Managed to fly under the radar. Wow, I'm almost done. Well, at least with the first run through. The second run through is always a little bit shorter sometimes, but you're almost done with the first run through. It's just this page and the one on the back here. And then we're back to the beginning. I might have to... Maybe I'll print out the next chapter and start it. I don't want to get too far ahead before I have to start doing inputs. Or would you guys want to see some inputs? I'm willing to do the prologue of inputs. Or do you just want me to switch to a game? It's up to you guys. You tell me. I can always boot up Magic or something. But we still have another whole run through of this chapter yet to do anyway, but usually the second run through is shorter than the first. She sounds like an incredible girl, but what does that have to do with Fuji's suicide? It's just it was on. Paige saw Fuji before he died. She saw his vision, his omen. She calls her visions death omens. I'm not going to rewrite this whole paragraph, but I need to rewrite this beginning part. So... five. I really wish people would stop doing this. Hey, this is your last chance to contact you about your card's extended warranty. I'm blind, dumbass. I don't have a card. I don't have an extended warranty because I don't have a card to have a warranty on. Oh. What would you like to accept? I get like 16 calls a day, literally, and every time I do answer, I'm like, I'm blind, dumbass. I'm technically legally blind. I mean, obviously I have vision, but I don't have... I have what's stationary vision. I don't have motion vision. So if I'm going going so fast in a car that I don't see, it all just blurs together and it's like a field of white. So obviously I can't see where other cars are when they're coming. I have too many blind spots. So I can't drive. So how am I gonna have a car if I can't drive? Our classmates call her the Death Omen.
Since that night, I realized I didn't want another lover. 'Cause we had time.
The only visions.
But I still just didn't want it to be over. I'm in. I could have kept going forever. I'm in. I really want to see it again.
Someone dying.
To be honest, I just never felt like it. Never felt like it. You got me.
She had a Death Omen. Fuji.
I'm waiting you to get here. You got the address, so you know how to get here. Ooh, yeah.
Because that's where I'm gonna. This line means that it's part of it. I'm sorry to say, but this line right here means that it's part of an existing sentence in the script. So then this will just pick up. 'Cause I put the line. This part is removed. And then alright, Mike. Enjoy Okami. It should be. Well, thank you for the lurk. See you on the flip side. I'll figure out something to play after we're done. I don't know what, but I'm gonna figure out something to play. Alright. Championship game. I want to stream it too. She tried to warn him, but her omen was so bad. Made her sick and ended up missing him. Oops. Ended up missing him. She blames herself a bit for his death, since if she caught up to him, she may have been able to. He may still be alive today. May still be alive today. She saw someone grab Fuji and murder him, then staged it to make it look like a suicide of his dead the crime scene, so the murderer would get away with it. I honestly don't know what to say about that. She's 100% sure. She's never been wrong before. Part of me was relieved when she told Carter and I. Part of me was relieved when she told Carter and I, since that meant Fuji didn't kill himself. It makes more sense since there were too many blanks otherwise. I mean, there's no note. No one has a gun for an even attempt to kill himself. No motive that I can think of. I know two of those things aren't always the case. But still. Questions. But still. The question they should be asking is where did he get it if it's not yours? It's like the police just decided they didn't want to be bothered and just covered up and slapped this stamp on it. On his file, call it a day and then move on. Oh yeah, one more thing. One more thing! Did you see the meme about Resident Evil? I don't know, did I? I does not know. I don't remember half the crap I see in the morning sometimes, honestly. Oh. Really? Wow. That's just wow. Oh, you haven't answered my question, sir. Do you have the follower emote? Because apparently I have extra emote slots now. I got 5 slots just for followers. So I don't know if you have I put one up just to test it. But I don't know if you have it or not. You should, but there should be a hype emote. I don't see it. But there should be one there. Yeah, that one. I don't see that. I don't know why I don't see that. But it's there. Alright. So I need to try to figure out some follower emotes now. And what should be a sub emote. Because I'm thinking about moving the rip emote down to a follower emote. Making my own hype emote. Have that be a follower emote. Then I'd have 3 other follower emotes I can do, and then 1 sub emote for now until we get to 15. If we get to 15, 15 subs, I get my second sub slot. I'm like, shoot, I don't know what to do with my other ones now. Because I'm like, the sub one should be more like, you know? least you're paying for those ones. Those ones should be better, but the follower ones should be like the basic ones. Like the hype, the rips. I want to make a raid one. Definitely want to do a raid one. Maybe I'll do a raid one for sub. I don't know. Don't let me. Let me a lot to live. A lot to live. Oof. And a lot to live. A lot to live. I'm ready to go. All the ones. I'll lose it all of my hand. Don't let me down. A lot to live. A lot to live. A lot to live. A lot to live. We've got one life to live. We've got one life to live. We've got one life to live. A lot to live. A lot to live. Oh, 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 oh. A lot to live. Oh, 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 oh. I don't know if they do that to spares the pain or if they're actually hiding something. If we find something, then they'll have to reopen this case, or its repercussions. Let me go down the troop, find out who did this, and bring the guy to justice. I'm his brother and his best friend. I should be able to do that for him, you know? You've been a great brother, but you're only a kid. You don't have to put yourself. You don't have to put that kind of stress on your shoulders. I'll think about talking to Kodako about it. You'll know this hasn't been easy for her. Some days she's okay. Other days I can't even get her out of bed. She spends it all in a daze. She thinks this whole thing's a dream, and she's afraid it'll be reality if she leaves the bed. Then there are other times when she'll leave the bed, go wake up Fuji at school, remember that he's gonna just die inside. All over again. It's almost like a slap in the face. No? I know the feeling. I wish you were here too, and third day is halfway outside of the schoolroom until Carter comes and tells me to just go inside. I keep waiting for him to come in with that shit-eating grin he loved to wear, so we want to get into trouble with whatever shenanigans he would cause. I thought that was a follow bot for a minute. It's my own bot. Ah! But yeah, want to join my Discord? It's over there. There. It's over there. Okay, left two. Yes, exactly something Fuji would do. Davy Kate, dinner's ready. Carter woke up before she joined him on the deck. I called your mom and told her you'd be late and that he would bring her home. I'm sorry about how I spoke to you. You don't need to be sorry. You're right. I'm not able to accept that he's really gone, and that someone probably took my little boy away. Just give me some time. She'll just bring him closer to her. Till then, I still have one stuff, right? Forever. Good. And let's go get some dinner. Alright. Round one. Done. Round one done. So now I'm gonna go through the whole chapter again. I always use a different pen so I know what I caught one when I date it. So today is July. But like I said, this round is usually a little bit quicker because I normally catch everything the first time around. Well, not everything, obviously, but I catch a lot of it the first time around, so usually this one doesn't take me as long to do. But what I am going to do is take a brief break. I'm almost out of coffee, so I'm going to go get something to drink, get a snack, and then I'll come back and we'll do this second round and then we'll switch to a game. Alright, I'll be back in a quick moment. Alright, I am back. Equipped with a burrito. But I have to wait for it to cool down. So. That has my burrito. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start this edit for a bit. And then I'll eat the burrito. And figure out what game we want to play. Let that update or whatever we need to do. And then I was gonna try to do Pokemon, but you know. Apparently not. So. Because the only other thing I could think of playing off the top of my head would be like either Genshin or Halo or Magic. Not against Magic. After I do need to finish those color challenges, so let's continue on. Yeah. I don't know why it's that pooping Fuji stuff. That will be easy. Maybe I watch too many crime shows. Can't sound enough to song. 100 book. Okay, maybe less than that. Watching live investigation streams online. Well, there are no such thing as those back then, so watching investigation shows. And reading unsealed police cases. Reading unsealed police cases and law books, I thought one of us would have found something by now. All of the books and shows always started with the crime scene. However, since everyone is assuming, the police had the park closed for a long time to pick his specs for him. His body was autopsied at least, but we'd have to wait a bit for that, so we couldn't start at either of those places. Then there was the case file itself. The file had everything that they knew. Pictures that the CSI took. I probably won't see those. A statement from the person who found him, and anyone else happened to be in the park at that time. However, despite them, Fuji's case that was, if I have to stop like that, then that's a lot for me. So let's start that over. Let's do that over. And then there's the case file itself. That file. everything. The police supposedly knew. Crime scene photos. The CSI took. The statements from anyone part of the time. Including the one who found him. Potential forensic was all in that file. What got me now, what confused me the most was if Fuji's case such a supposedly open and cut case. Why would they seal the records? So no one can find them. Or question anything. They wouldn't even tell.
Let me call you tonight.
Kazan
Need you in my life.
or Otosan.
Baby, I miss you so much. Sick of love, but I need
They were his parents. Kazan and Notasan only spoke to the police when they summoned them to ID Fuji's body. However, they only knew the same things I did. Fuji would never do this. He wasn't in any way, shape, or form. And if he was the type who would take care of us despite what he was feeling. He would have left us a note saying that this is what he wanted, and that despite him leaving us, he would have been okay. That was just the type of person Fuji was. Even if he didn't leave anything for me. For me to find. He would have left something for Kazan and Noto-san. I wonder if my food is ready to eat yet. I'm gonna take a couple bites of this. See how this burrito tastes. Not bad. That's what I was trying to avoid. I kind of want to eliminate this whole statement right here. If I did that though. If I eliminated this bit, I feel like I would or should eliminate the whole thing. Let me open up chapter 3 quick, just to see something. So, 3. How do I start chapter 3? So that will determine. Did I do this whole chapter? I did. I did do it as a first person chapter. Hmm. So let's see. We open up 4. Yeah. I feel like I need to rewrite 3. I'm gonna rewrite this into third person instead of first person. Because this beginning part here, where I have it in italics, is Brad's point of view, but he only opens the chapter normally. I'm trying to avoid having full chapters of his point of view, because even though he's a storyteller, he's not there for every last little bit of detail. We find out at the end that this whole entire story was pretty much written. Actually, you find out at the very beginning, this story was written after the fact. So, unless I wanted to have the whole story told in his point of view, which I don't because other characters explain their side of things as well, doing a full chapter like this in his point of view doesn't make any sense to me. So I might have to rewrite this. So if I rewrite that, can I get rid of this? But if I do, then do I get rid of the whole thing? And just start the chapter here? Because part of me feels like it's a little bit on the redundant side. But a part of me... I don't know. Part of me thinks like it's redundant. So if it's redundant, get rid of it. That's the first thing you learn in school. If something is super redundant in the story, get rid of it. Redundancy can lose the reader, especially this early on. But starting the story out here, actually it does make sense. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it. This whole page is gone now. So I'm just gonna write scrap down here. Which means this is now scrapped. So we don't need this either, and this note's gone. These rooms. Mystery novels, private investigator memoirs, law books. The few guidebooks thrown in as well. A few guidebooks as well. Although they barely touch the law books. Alright, I've read like 500 different books and I still have nothing. Please tell me one of you guys has found something. One of you guys found something? Nothing in these damn books either. I can only think of one other option, but it might be impossible. So I was looking through all these books without a single lead. So shoot. We'd have to get a hold of Fuji's case file. Case file? You think the forensic scientists missed something? I don't know. If my omen isn't anything to go by, then they had to miss something. After all, 1 + 1 = 2, not fish. There has to be something there that would have pointed them. Words. Because what that something is what stumps me. What the police still close on the sun? Maybe it's the kind of dry case. The person who found him said he was slammed down. The version fell that way after he pulled the trigger. The entry room was burned from the barrel of the Yesh. A sharp residue of his hands. So no explanation would be suicide. Big time. The only piece of the puzzle that's missing is the note, since we know he didn't, so there won't be a note for me to find. Mr. Takahata couldn't get anything else? Haven't asked him. Since been around since Fuji was killed, plus they've been in Japan the last few days, so that they could have a memorial service with family and friends back in Shinjuku. Just returned yesterday, since his grievance ran out. And I hate to be the one to say it, but I think you may have to talk to them and convince them to try to get that file. And do what with it? Even if Kazan or Rozan could get the file, they wouldn't want us sticking our noses into it. Do you think you can convince them to take it to some private investigator or something? Maybe then we can pick back off something they found out. They find out. Part of me doubts that. Well, answers, but it's been so long and all the evidence they've been told apparently screams. The only people who think otherwise are us. Just being brave because that's the kind of person she is. And when she's alone, she's struggling to keep herself together. She's even thinking of having to see slime pigments. And like a PI to the mix doesn't sound like it would help matters. Doesn't seem May not be a good idea at this point. May not be a good idea. Eat a burrito. Well, if we can't get the file, then I don't think there's anything more we can do. We don't have any idea what evidence is out there, because they heard of these for a sweet ass time opening the park back up. So we don't find anything. But you never had any enemies, we can't explore that option. And no one we know would have wanted him dead. You've helped out police before. You solved unsolvable cases with your omens. Can't you talk to them and get them to reconsider? That was the first thing I did. You know what they told me? Thanks for the help before. One thing you have to learn in life is while you have extraordinary abilities, you're gonna have to accept that your premonitions are gonna be wrong one day. It's cut and dry, so I know you're probably friends with them, but just go. Have you ever been wrong before? And since I started having omens when I was 6 years old. Our classmates gave me the name Death Omen for a reason. Trust me, I wish I was wrong. I've seen hundreds of omens. They always come true. They always come true. They've always come true. They have always come true. Why would I be wrong now? Well, if we do manage to figure out a way to prove it, let's throw that in their face. Just gonna like write the rest of the damn thing. What? You know what? I'm just gonna scarf this down quick. I'll be right back. go outside from the garden. Some of the packaging is nice and so just plenty. They were flowering. From the view, they were able to grow in the climate. Excuse me. I'm not running anywhere. They don't feel the same way. Now there are a few kids at school who don't believe what the police say either. That they think he has been murdered. Like a first killer. There's good friends here. Come in there. So I didn't want to tell you. Didn't want to make you upset. Yukikoto orosuna nare kudasai. Remember the good, never the bad. Yes, Fuji's my son. Yes, I wish he were here still. You're still here. Well, still here. Him being gone hurts so bad. I don't know how I make it through some days. Demo, he won't come back. My son said it was time for Fuji to come home. I'll never forgive him for taking my bullet, but at the same time, I know he's taking for some reason. I just have to keep remembering that saying. I'm sorry, but if you can know who did this, would you want to know? He wasn't murdered, Brad. It's painful for me to say it. He wasn't. He just says so. Screw the evidence. We know he was killed. Someone did this to my brother. To your son. Someone was so freaking crafty that they're getting away with murder. Why don't you want to bring that man to justice? For his sake. Dude, why is there a Christmas log in here? No, we don't do Christmas. I know it's July. We usually do Christmas in July. But we don't do Christmas in July here. Thank you. myself from cortical. So look. Candy eyes. I know this whole thing has been easy for you, just like it's not easy for Cortico or myself. He was your brother just as much as he's my son. Uh-oh. I see my stream having an issue over on Twitch. Yep, and there it goes, it disconnected. Why? And we might be back. Yep, we're back. Alright. Yay! Oh, now we're setting out unstable on Twitch side. Streamlabs says we're good, but Twitch says, no, you're not. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This time. So if there's any lurkers in chat, you might have to refresh. I know it is raining outside, and we are due to have more storms again today, but I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. So I guess we'll have to see what happens with this weather, if we're gonna be able to play a game or not today. It's like it's not easy. Was Bougie ever talked about a girl that attends a school named Paige? Paige? No, I don't think so. Was she a girl he liked or something? Sounds like an incredible girl, but what does that have to do with his death? Ah. That's just it. She tried to warn him, but her omen was so bad it made her sick, and she missed him. She blames herself for his death. If she caught up to him, she could have saved him. She blames herself for his death, since if she caught up to him, she may have been able. He may still be alive today. She saw someone grab and murder him and stage it to look like a suicide so he could get away with it. Oh, Streamland, let's advertise something else. You know what? Here, let's advertise my commissions. Oh. Fetch. Well, anyway, commissions are open, so if you have any commissions they would like me to work out for you, especially since Twitch is unlocking the follower emotes, if you have emotes you would like done, hit me up. I could help. And my rates are very cheap too. I offer emotes. 3 emotes for $35. So that's a very decent rate. That's cute. Never been around before. Part of me was relieved when she told us. Submit Fuji makes more sense since there's too many blanks otherwise. I mean, there's no not come. Even steel. Tempted him, so there's no motive that I could think of. I know too that those things aren't always the case, but still. The question they should be asking is where did he get it from? It's not ours. It's like the police to society, they don't want to be bothered. Covered it up and slapped the suits on file and called it a day. Well, I didn't say I haven't thought about it, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to grieve and be there for Kotoko. It's kind of why I was so harsh with her. Paige Carter and I have been trying to find a way to prove that someone is covering up his. I don't know why I did that. Up that. We've been coming through every legal book, as well, every nonfiction case file. Unsealed case file, and get our hands on to find something to say to the police and maybe reconsider and properly investigate his case. I really didn't mean to scare Cause on the yell at her. I was just trying to get her on board to find it. I went too far though. Did you have anything specific in mind? Well, we did have a small theory, but I don't know if it'll amount to anything. We were thinking of asking a private investigator to take a look. To look at Fuji's case and see if there was something the police missed or covered up. To see if there was something the police missed or covered up. For Gaza's son, it was pretty bare bone. I don't know if they did it to spare us the pain or they're actually hiding something. If we can find something, then they'll have to reopen or whisper precautions. If we find the truth, find out who did this, and bring the guy to justice. I'm his brother and his friend. I should be able to do that for him, you know? Been a great brother, but you're only a kid. You don't have to put that kind of stress on your shoulders. I'll think about talking to Koriko. Well, no, this hasn't been easy for her. Some days she's okay. Other days I can't even get out of bed.
Play games just to escape mistakes made in the past. If
She thinks this whole thing is a dream, and she's afraid it'll be reality if she leaves. Then there are other times when she'll go to wake up Pooji for school and remember that he's gone and just dies all over again. It's almost like a slap in the face. Yeah. I wish she were here and I'll wait outside the school for him until Carter comes and tells me to go outside. Keep waiting for him to come around with that shitty and grin he used to love to wear. So you want to get in trouble for any of the shenanigans he would cause. Especially, alright, I'm not able to stop that. It's gone. Alright. Well, that's the end of that. So that's how I edit my books. I run it through twice like that. And then again, I will come back after I finish editing everything else and read it as an actual physical book. Make sure that there's nothing I'm missing. I would normally input this into the computer next. But we've already been streaming for about 3 hours now, so I think I'm just going to do that another day. Probably next week during my friend Sangarupa stream, my friend Stefarov. That's when I actually did a lot of work on this book, is during his stream. Or at least recently. I also do a lot of work on this as I'm at work on my breaks and stuff. Breaks and lunches, so. I'm actually ahead of schedule too. I'm actually 2 chapters ahead of my schedule as it is already. I don't know why I did that. I know why I did that, because I need to do this. And then flip. So I can put the edits back here. Oh, there you go. And then later tonight I'll print out chapter 3 and then I'll start doing 3. Alright. So, what do we want to play? So I feel like streaming still. I am gonna end the video here, so if you're watching this on YouTube, the live stream will continue over on Twitch, but I'm not gonna upload it as this. This editing session is officially over. So I want to thank everyone for watching the video and hanging out. Hopefully you were able to, I know I don't really go into like deep dive into my process, but hopefully you were able to get some work done and chilled along with me as you watch this on demand. And if you want to see more of these kinds of streams, head over to my Twitch channel. The link is down below. And you will be able to follow and catch them live. I'm not going to do a whole lot of them, honestly, because I don't want to give too much of the story away. I know you can't really see the story. I do that on purpose. But yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to the music. Again, the music is provided by Bass Rebels. You guys saw that if you sub over on Twitch, we opened up some Pokemon cards or Digimon cards Today we did not get a ultra rare card, but if we do get an ultra rare or a secret rare or something like that, I give a gift sub back to the community over on my Twitch so you could get some subs, some emotes. I have my own Redbubble shop if you want some merch of previous designs they might see in the art playlist on the YouTube channel. Let's see. And I'm open for submissions, so if you need some new emotes for your Twitch channel or YouTube channel, look at my website down below for my rates and all that stuff, and I'll be more than happy to do it. Thanks everyone for hanging out on YouTube, and I will see you next time.